he's starting to take it upon himself here in conference play.
Strawberry no, Jelks on the return. That won't go. There's Ringer inside, and Desmond Ringer using that size to box out C.J. Newman and put it up and in. It's a 4-point game. And a Wofford team that is 5-2 this season when leading at the half. They, as their head coach will be the first to tell you, probably overscheduled outside of the conference, but inside of SoCon play, they have been red hot. And Mercer's continued a good non-conference season right into league play as well. We have seen lots of folks step up in this ball game, namely Spencer Collins, one of the top scorers in the league. Good first half for him. Good first half for the Wofford Terriers. Tight game here in Macon, 30-26. Wofford is up. We are back with halftime in a moment. We saw the styles that contrast a little bit. Wofford tends to live out on the wing a little bit more in the opening half. And as you noted during our first half, Mercer tried to work inside. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but around this Southern Conference, and again, a very exciting November through early January in this league. ETSU begins the day still unbeaten in conference play. They've got a fine player in TJ Cromer, and we're seeing Stefan Jelks, who has gotten an honor, play for Mercer here today.
Well, across the board, lots of good upperclassmen, lots of good freshmen. We've talked Fletcher McGee here for Wofford, and lots of good transfers, i.e. TJ Cromer. They've got another one, Jalon Gwynn, who came from Cincinnati. There are a lot of good players, and there's a lot of good coaches in this league as well, particularly the 4 new ones. They've all done some good things here early.
We're seeing a couple of good ones today, and Mike Young of Wofford and Bob Hoffman of the Mercer Bears. Now, it's pretty much going to be the case each night or day of play in the Southern Conference. You're going to have some marquee matchups, and we've got another one coming up today at the top of the hour with ETSU and Chattanooga, the first place team, and then Chattanooga, which, like this Wofford and Mercer team, beginning the day with just 1 loss in league play. Earlier today, Furman, a team that wants to try to play and thinks they can in the upper half of the league. Tough loss for them at the Citadel, but boy, that East Tennessee-Chattanooga ball game, that should be some kind of battle starting at the top of the hour.
You're exactly right, and I think we'll say that each and every week. There's always going to be some premier games. This is one, ETSU Chattanooga, but it's going to be a really, really exciting league play over the next 6 weeks in the Southern Conference.
And folks around the league certainly keeping an eye on how things unfold here in Macon, Georgia, as our afternoon continues. Wofford, the 4-point lead at the intermission. Wofford is trying for its 80th Southern Conference win since the 09 and 10 season, and they're trying to extend a road winning streak in conference play to 9 straight. Their last loss coming almost a year ago to the day. They have a 4-point lead as we get ready for the second half of this key SoCon matchup, and we're back to Macon, Georgia after this. They'd rather maybe work Jelks as part of that roll-in down low. We'll see as we unfold in the second half. Here's Gordon working on the 6'9 Ringer. Reverses and makes it from the left side.
I think you're exactly right, Pete. Conversely, Mike Young obviously made a big emphasis at halftime of throwing the ball inside. Crowd helps, good players help.
Feed inside, the 7-footer. Fischler puts it in, and Pegram just picked up another foul. That'll be his 3rd. Well, Mercer, a team from the foul line this year, pretty good themselves, 73%, so it could come down to that. Lewis from the right wing, and he got another 2 straight threes for Justin Lewis. Strawberry Ringer. That's worked all day, and that time Desmond Ringer giving us our 5th lead change of the ball game, our first of the second half, and Mercer moves in front by a point. Collins out front, and another one goes. It's like Jordan in Cleveland against Elo. As Spencer Collins is now 6 out of 10 beyond the arc, a 22-point game in a building where he had his career high 26 a year ago. Well, the clock's easy. Now has 10 seconds, and he feeds Ringer. They've gone to that all day, and we're tied at 64. In that span, Terriers, 5 seconds to go. Garcia trying to win it in regulation. There's Gordon, gonna force one, can't get the roll, and we're headed to overtime. And you know what? That's probably fitting for how this ball game is unfolding. So we head to overtime here at Hawkins Arena on the campus of Mercer University. Eric Garcia and the Wofford Terriers, he's matched his career high in scoring. Bob Hoffman has certainly matched his career high in emotion, but he and Mike Young usually, as any coach would, live every second of every ball game and are drained by its end. But Desmond Ringer, his work inside has been great. Justin Lewis, that time the key assist as Ringer getting the bucket. 17 points in the game to force overtime. And really, we have seen the outside game of Wofford, and for the most part, the in-the-paint game, save for Lewis's 3 is for Mercer.
Yeah, it's been big play after big play, but you're exactly.
That time they feed Ringer once again on Newman, forcing it up and in. And he's got a really great first step, and that's really a key. Here's Collins going to try another three, and he's got it. And Spencer Collins, a 30-point game.
Credit Wofford for digging in defensively here for almost a full minute.
Leonard forcing one over Garcia, who did everything he could defensively. Give Leonard credit. Great play by the senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hong. Now Ringer going to try to do it himself over Newman. And a lead from Mercer. 15 seconds to go, 70-69. Collins fires for three. No good. Jukes the rebound, and that's going to do it. And in overtime, the Mercer Bears survive. It would have been poetic. Spencer Collins, such a great day beyond the arc. But one final try for the senior guard is no good. And the Mercer Bears win an epic SoCon battle on an early Saturday